Hello, this is attorney Zhang-Louie. I'm checking in with another session to continue our discussion of matter of Dhanasar national interest waivers. So today's session really, this is our sweet spot. This is we're really good at this. Entrepreneurs, that's the national interest waiver for entrepreneurs. And we are, and what is an entrepreneur? It's someone who come here, they don't necessarily have a job offer, or they have a job, but they want to, branch out and do something themselves. They want the freedom to start their own business, sell their own business, create their own products, apply for patents, just make their own money and keep it, right? So these are our a lot of our clients. We've had 100% approval rates. And what does that require? We start with the Policy Manual, Volume 6, Part F, Chapter 5. It's no longer, it's essentially a clarification of matter of Dhanasar. Matter of Dhanasar provides the basic framework, but now what do we need to have an entrepreneur national interest waiver application approved? We go down to specific evidentiary considerations for entrepreneurs. And it's detailed, but it's actually when you break down into it, right? We need to have a evidence of ownership and role in the US based entity. Documentation wise, this is a operating agreement, a certificate of articles of incorporation showing your name on there, and that you have control of the company. Degrees, certifications, licenses, letters of experience, your diplomas, your training. So this is actually, this hits two sections, especially if you don't have a bachelor's degree. This will fit the entrepreneurs required considerations, and also one of the criteria for exceptional ability. So investments, if you have angel investors or third-party investors, government investors in your research, this would be a really good area to fit in, but this is not the only consideration. We've definitely had approvals who do not have outside investments, and it's just obviously to start any business, you need to have your own investments, and your own investments can also fit into this section. How much money you invest can help show the likelihood of your business succeeding, right? Incubator or accelerator participation. This is also definitely not required. A lot of our clients do not have this to get their NIWs approved. Awards and grants are really good, but also not required. Grants from federal, state, or local government showing their interest in economic development, research and development, and job creation. This shows that if the government, US government, is interested in it already, you are at another level of national interest, but it's not required to show. And also it also goes towards, evidence for substantial merit and national importance. And intellectual property I mentioned earlier, like patents, would go to show this. And then published materials about the petitioner. These are, your articles that are published in the media that we would definitely bring up. It's anything really that you can argue creatively. It does not have to be in the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal. It can be like local, something, we've argued Yelp reviews, Yelp articles, Yelp recognition sometimes, or Google recognition. This one is the prong that we actually bring up a lot: revenue generation, growth in revenue, and job creation. If this entrepreneur has owned a company internationally and has helped it grow from 0 to 20, 30 employees within a period of time, this is a really good consideration to bring in, and how much revenue it has generated, because US really wants you to be able to create jobs for the US worker. What does this mean? How do we really show this if it's a brand new entrepreneur who has not been, has not started a business previously? business plan is critical in terms of documentation. I would not recommend writing that yourself. This is a worthy investment. You need to go with a professional business plan writer. That good law firms have good relationships with the professional business plan writer with a proven track record of getting these types of cases approved. And it has to be reliable, right? The job creation evidence, job creation argument has to be reliable. You can't say that, oh, in 5 years, I promise I'm going to create 10 jobs. Well, why? What kind of positions? How much are you going to pay them? How do you know you are going to, make enough revenue to support them? A reliable business plan will help show that. And the last part of entrepreneurs' national interest waiver that helps boost your chances of approval are letters and other statements from third parties. If you remember matter of Danasaw, in our previous session, we broke down the one of the requirements was interest from potential users and clients, and this is where this will also come in. That interest from third parties can also be, in the form of these types of letters. And these third-party statements can also discuss the client's experience that will help advance the proposed endeavor to help discuss the well-positioned prong. So that's it. And they're not, and this is important in that this last paragraph here, that entrepreneurs do not undergo the same type of peer reviews. They operate in a variety of high-tech, cutting-edge industries. So this means that research papers not important because it doesn't apply in this case, and USCIS recognizes that. The substantial merit is that, the specifically mentioned business plan may undergo various forms of review by third parties, like prospective investors, users of your products, other industry experts that, we can get like expert opinions. If your initial application is challenged, we can get expert opinions to say, hey, USCIS, this expert recognizes the merits of my case. And so we want to also add that in terms of entrepreneurs, this is specific considerations in the matter of Danasaw that says many innovations and entrepreneurial endeavors may ultimately fail in whole or in part despite an intelligent plan and competent execution. So petitioners are not required to establish that the proposed endeavor is more likely than not to ultimately succeed. We just have to have a reliable business plan to get the NIW approved. And then, later, if something happens for your adjustment of status, maybe it can be explained away. So down here, it's saying that they instead need to show that the proposed endeavor has substantial merit and national importance. So it still goes back to the three different things, but we get a lot of questions about, evidence establishing that petitioners' past entrepreneurial achievements and that corroborates projects or future work are favorable factors. So your past work is also super important, but this going back to corroborating evidence, this means that if you have a letter that discusses your past accomplishments, make sure you have other documents like past contracts, past work orders, advertisements or other evidence to support whatever is mentioned in the support letter. And so it goes back to, of course, the three prompts still must be shown. But we get that question a lot, that in the, what happens if I don't have this business in the future? Well, they recognize that. So well, that's it. So, if you enjoyed that, make sure you subscribe or, follow us for the next session. We have weekly sessions for you.